What's going on? Okay, trial. It's currently the 10th. I haven't played this in about a week. This should be fun. I edited the investigation video. It's up on the channel right now. I kind of remember specifics, but we'll see, right? Let's go. June 21st, 9:48, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Or number 3. Shit, it's usually number 1, my bad. What? Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean... No, I heard it's his successor this time. Successor? Manfred Von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, also he could win. Don't show him, please. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. God damn it. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now, his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. I totally forgot about that dude. I'm scared. It's no good. Mystic Maya. Hey, it's Pearly. Pearly! You showed up. Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then you came all by yourself? Yep. I stuck out of the manor and followed a map. Golly. Is 2 hours by train. She must have took the train. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course, This game is funny, dude. I love Ace Attorney so much. Oh my god. If it takes 2 hours by... That's what I'm saying. Ugh, I need coffee, bro. Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's a train? I give up. I give up. Bye. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. Objection! Hey, okay, golly. Oh, I thought he was here. Jesus Christ. He would just come out of nowhere and shout that, right? I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday. Ugh. Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. I agree. Objection! Objection! It was always back and forth with them, but when you're rivals for life... Maya, please don't mention that name ever again. Huh? But why, Nick? Yeah, why? Why are you getting butt hurt over Edgeworth? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Nick? Nick? Alright. June 24th, 10 a.m. at District Court, courtroom number 2. Who is that? Is that a chick, bro? Von Karma had a daughter? Oh no. Did Gumshoe ever say he or she? Hold up.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Again. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared?
It is a chick, bro! Who is this? Why do they all do that? Why do they all grab their, like, left sleeve like that? You nervous? Who is her voice gonna be, to be honest? What is with this kid?
Mr. Wright, are you prepared?
Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? They all have to sound kinda different. They all can't. Yes, they can. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Mr. Phoenix Wright. A little bit more, like, fierce-ish. She's Von Karma's daughter. You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? Yes! Hold on. So she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma? I am Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I'm just saying. Why is she not on the list, bro? I just want to know how old she is. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Whoa. What? Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma?
If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you could...
Oh. I'm talking. Whoa. Whoa. Relax with that, please. If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. Ow! Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I don't know how to do a German accent, so I'm not gonna do one.
Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please.
Those of Von Karma blood only have one fate. And that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch.
Very well. What is the defense's position?
Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty?
Yes? Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams, huh? 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense. A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. That's still a guilty verdict, so we're not doing that. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but... The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill- Yep, that's exactly my point. Let's get it. Ooh, how foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call my first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. You're telling me, brother.
Hey, pal.
Witness, your name and occupation?
Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct.
Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. If everyone would please take a look at this map.
I love this music so much. This is on my Spotify.
The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit?
That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor.
Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room.
Okay, this is tight.
And that's when they found the victim was already dead, correct?
Found out that the victim was already dead. Right. Was he, though?
I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. A diagram of the channeling chamber. Floor plans added to the court record. Cool. Can I actually look at that? Oh, shit. Something about the victim getting killed. I was about to get to that. Yeah, I'm about to get to that too, but give me 1 second. Okay, we're for sure gonna point out that area to the right in the back. Phoenix kept pointing out that that area is dark. We have this, about 8 inches off the ground. It's a small hole that looks like a bullet hole. That is in the folding wall, which is that kind of, you know, folding looking wall. And we also have this key. It's an old key. A green jewel is set in the center of the key's grip. It doesn't say that it's the only one of its kind, though. That's kind of odd. I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time, then. She's fierce. I like her voice. Alright, testimony time. Hold on. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. So that must have been the second shot, because why would they shoot again? There were 2 shots. The shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. There were 2 gunshots, dude. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank. That's false, dude. I know for a fact I heard 2 shots. Plus, we also need Lotta Hart with her hot pictures. We need Lotta Hart's hot pics. The court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Okay. Cross-examination. Let's get it. Let's press. Always. Always. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. Okay. He must have had a gun on him. Dr. Gray? Hold up, why would he have a gun on him? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you're a doctor. Doctors, like, don't they swear oaths not to, like, take a life, right? Maybe? The victim. Now, why would he have... Objection! Okay. Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints? There were fingerprints? Fingerprints? Along with the victims. The defendant, Maya Faze, were also on the grip, sir. I need to know if her prints change when she, like, transforms. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. Ah! I walked right into her hands there. That's okay with me. Hold it! Okay. Point blank, huh? So so about how far away is that? It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn? When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and what gets real hot, and that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, I never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Yes. Before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed. What the why? Stabbed. And what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. I see. And whose knife was it? It looks like it belongs to the Faze, sir. Gumshoe's voice shakes a lot of air. And of course, Maya Faye's fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh? Huh? The judge doesn't say huh too much, does he? This does not look good. Ha ha ha. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I'm just saying, bro, I think Edgeworth would love her. It was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. Well, obviously. That's why they shot him. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. Yeah. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Are you sure he was stabbed first and then shot? Yup. Sure can be. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. Fool. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter, then, which was first? Yes. Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What a pain. That's enough. I'm just pressing, dude. Relax. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Cool. Very well. The court accepts them into evidence. Murder weapon was Gray's. 2 shots fired bears Maya's and Gray's fingerprints. Okay, it says 2 shots fired. I'm about to present. Okay, and the murder weapon. A small fruit knife belongs to the Fays, bears Maya's fingerprints. Yeah, no shit. If it's theirs, she uses it. What? The date and time of the death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots, oh shit, at this time. And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? This does seem like an open and shut case. Bow. Naturally. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite true, Mr. Wright. Yes? Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. See? Oh my gosh, I need to stand up or something. I need a standing desk. See? Just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your last chance. This is a huge decision. I'd better think this through all the way. Plead not guilty? Would Dr. Gray kill himself? No. He was whole hot on trying to, like, really frame that nurse. Plus, why would he want to, like, frame a dead person? Maybe he has something against the Fays? Nah. Bro, no, we're not guilty. Justified self-defense is still guilty. Like, we're still not guilty, bro. Oh, shit. Oh, maybe... well, okay, let me read it out. If we plead justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined. She'd be labeled a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honor. Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal. Acquittal? Bro, put that whip away. You.
You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective!
Yes, sir.
Present the final portion of your testimony. The final strike.
Yes, sir. Now, see here. Proceedings are run by... Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony.
I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence.
Incriminating evidence. Shit, bro. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence.
Her kimono?
This is the costume that the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. He had a gun on him? What? Let me try that. Immediately, that's what I thought. Who was not fighting back? He had a gun.
So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence.
Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder, there are blood splatters on it. Okay.
All right, Mr. Wright.
Maya's fingerprints are on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could the situation get any worse? Huh. What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. Your father did the same shit. Give me 1 second. Just going on a whim here, you know? Nope, that was not it. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
How exactly are the evidence in this statement?
They aren't they? No. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, bro. Nope. No health loss. No health loss. Press. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier?
You're kinda scary today, you know, pal. Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. Alright, just please stop glaring at me like that.
Then how about you be fair? Maya's costume?
Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her.
Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? Oh, was that a joke? I thought they were trying to tell me something. As you can see, it's covered in blood. Hold it! This blood on the costume.
Lab results show that it is the victim's blood.
Yeah.
So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes.
Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence?
Well...
What? If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad. Not enough time. Let's move on.
Ah, yes. Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct.
Now even the judge is on her side. If I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do? Press further, bro. Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? Right. And, well, anytime they give me the option to press or not, I press, please. We're not scared by anybody. A little bit. There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be something about this costume.
Oh, wait. Hold on. She's 18. I just have to look harder. Whoa! Whoa! There's a bullet hole. I'm pointing with my finger like you can see. Look! On the left sleeve. I did not see that at first. They really want you to look, huh? Okay, okay. Cool. That means she was shot at. Then she stabbed him, took the gun, and let's go.
Mr. Wright, Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There is no way for you to poke a hole in it.
Looks like my time is up. So, about that costume, there is one little thing. Your Honor. Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence.
What?
What are you talking about, pal? She's like, don't say it.
Where is the problem you are talking about?
I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Let's go. I love this track too, dude. Golly, I love this music. Right there. I ask the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume.
The sleeve? There is a tiny hole here.
A hole? But that wasn't in the report.
Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder.
Gunpowder? No one ever told me.
A hole that smells of gunpowder.
Looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. Yeah, no objections there, right? Order, order, order.
This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else.
Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. Press the check button for more detail. Stop it. Okay, hold on. Yep, okay, so it just allows me to view this, which they've shown me before. So I can see the bullet hole. I can't rotate it. This isn't like episode 5. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more. Yeah, call her out on her bullshit. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight.
While I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police, what Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands.
Okay, that makes sense. You know what? Fine. I'll allow it.
If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then...
No way.
Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony.
Yes, sir. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Can I literally not present the thing that we just changed? Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Yes.
Hey, having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot, okay? Like I mentioned earlier. Is this what it means to not fight back? You're right.
It seems you are correct.
I'm moving around too much.
If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything.
Alright. The wind seems to be shifting. Ha! What is it with "Are you finished yet?" laugh? Yeah, right? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Miss Von Karma.
It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. Shit.
Well, it's a start. Right. We're shifting in a general direction here.
That is correct.
But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty.
Now that you...
Why, that's right.
Can you stop with that? How is that allowed?
Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all.
No. No!
Well, yes, that's true.
Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense.
Huh? How so?
Are you not? Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course.
Huh? Oh, you mean by myself? You want me to put together this scenario all by myself? Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Yes.
What transpired? During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir.
You just said in your previous testimony that he's not fighting back. I hate this shit. I hate people changing up testimonies. How is this allowed? You get a max of like 3? If shit doesn't make sense after the third one, like, you're whatever, okay.
Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed.
That makes no sense.
The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun.
The scenario you have put together does make sense.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Wright?
On the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. I never do.
Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please.
Okay.
Okay, Boomer. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. The defendant... Yeah. There is quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess.
You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of a channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Curane channeling technique, the medium physically changes. Yeah, physically? With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied upon the Curane channeling technique. Like I said before, I am perfect.
About what you were talking about, I didn't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony.
Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, so...
Sure.
So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him.
But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad.
How badly hurt would you say he was?
Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Sorry.
While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun.
Yeah?
Where in the world did that pistol come from?
It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day. Yeah, he definitely had business. But a handgun?
He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder.
Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Is he taking precautions against something? Yeah. Yes, he was. The only reason he wanted to do this was to get a confession out of her, so people would come back to his clinic, right? He initially wanted the channeling because people weren't coming to his clinic, and he wanted a confession from the dead nurse, just basically saying like, oh, it was my fault, my negligence, right? The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. So, you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then?
Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired.
Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Okay. Excuse me. Christ. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life.
The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it, just by pulling the trigger.
Even me. I wonder. Ugh. Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. There's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. I love saving, you know? Her channeling defense saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim... Earlier, you said that he was stabbed first. Stabbed in the chest, then shot at point blank. Gunpowder residue around the bullet hole.
Let me press again, I forget. Hold on. It's still not established that that bullet hole came from there, right? Me as the player is annoying because, like, I'm just assuming... In my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, that bullet hole came from the gun. But, like, they're still not convinced. Which that wasn't in my head. Okay, I was just making sure. Okay, I was right. Let's go. I didn't read that previous thing, I'm sorry. Will be the prosecution's undoing. What do you mean? This little hole was actually created a huge... Huh? This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume?
Gunpowder burn? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh. But there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. Okay, so it wasn't point blank. That shit is like from a decent distance away, a few feet.
That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean?
It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. Objection! I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Leave my mic back a little bit, you know. You gotta talk to the front of the mic, not the top of the mic, you know. You think you could punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? Ugh. No, ma'am. As if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. We got her sweating already. It's the first trial. Yes. Well, then. That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There. That should satisfy even you.
That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. What'd she just say? No, okay, so he fired at her from a distance, right? Why would he fire again? Why wouldn't he fire again? He missed. Did she rush him? Stab him? And then... It doesn't make sense to me. Hold on, though. No, that shit doesn't make sense. I guess I gotta provide evidence? Shit, I really didn't think about that. Okay. There is a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal.
Flaw? Ow!
Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. Put some distance. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. Put some distance, about to strike. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. I think it's that, right? This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic.
What is that? A folding screen?
I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. I really don't know, like, fully why, but I had a feeling, so let's hear them out. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Well, he was lying down.
Who? Where? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please.
Are these two really that clueless? Relax, dude. I just said I didn't fully understand. The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. So either he shot downward or horizontal, which means he was either laying down 8 inches off the ground, right? Or he shot down, whatever. It passed through a height at approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, Maya, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Oh, he tried to shoot her when they were on their knees? My headphones fell off? Order. Hello. Yo. Order.
This changes everything.
Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot. And then the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, about 8 inches off the ground. But at this time, the defendant was in the area. Somewhere around here. Oh, no way. I just messed up. Hold on. Uh-oh, yeah, the judges. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. In the meantime, yeah, okay, sure. No. I get it. What's done? I should focus on where my. Well, yeah, she was over here, bro. Yo, what? Yes, bro. She was over here. What the f? Wait. Wait, what? Wait, what? No. I'm loading because I. Oh, f. Somewhere around here. This better not be super dumb specific, like. I don't know, dude. Like. Dude, where would she be at? The defendant was in this area. That's the victim, that's Dr. Gray. Where the hell would Maya be at then? I'm clueless. Like, where would she be? Bro, hold up. No way. Okay. Okay, it takes me a second, but I get there, right? She was hiding. He waved his gun and was like, "You're dead."
Behind the folding screen.
The victim and his attacker were fighting, were they not? Then what would the attacker be doing all the way back there? Besides which, if the attacker was behind the folding screen, then how could the victim even know where to shoot? It's obviously impossible. Nope, that shit is dark back there, son. Yeah, I guess so.
Mr. Wright.
What? Wait, did I just screw up royally? What's done is done. For now, I should focus on... Wait. What's done is done. For now, I should focus on where Maya was at the time of the... What the f*** are you talking about? What? I just presented back here, dude. What? Why would that be wrong? I'm so confused. Wait. You're literally, like, that's the answer, right? Or no? I'm looking this up. I'm looking this up. You were asked to present where the defendant was standing. You automatically examine the floor plans. Present the spot just left of where the hole is. I swear to Christ, I picked that spot already. She was standing here, near the folding screen. God damn it.
Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole, but how can you gauge the distance from that? Pound again. There we go. Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? No. That's impossible. But why? You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be a gunpowder burn. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You...
I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation?
Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what the defendant was doing at the time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen. Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike?
Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense.
Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason.
Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oof. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be the... Shit. Blast radius of disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you, huh? You amuse me. Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile? I've never seen that word before. Whoosh. Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic?
How is it all my fault?
You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-stranded goatee. Oh, and the rest assured, your punishment will come later.
Punishment?
Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take from this detective's... I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? It's gotta be Lotta.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness.
This video would have been less than an hour. Had I not gotten completely stuck on... Okay, whatever. I won't complain. I'm not going to continue this. I am going to take a break. That did kind of make me upset a little bit. But, at the same time, the game is pre-programmed. It's my fault. You know what I mean? The game didn't do anything wrong. It was me. So, like, he was stabbed, right? But she was farther away. What would she be doing squatting by the folding screen like that? And was that Maya at the time, or the nurse? It must have been the nurse. He wouldn't attack unless it was the nurse. I feel like he had intent to kill. But, like, why? We'll find this out in the next trial. We'll take a look at Lotta's hot pictures, and see what happens. Sometimes Ace Attorney can be just a bit much. But, along with this, I am playing Control, and I am also playing the Devil May Cry series now. So that's what's going on my YouTube. Over on my Twitch, I am streaming my grounded playthrough for The Last of Us, my 100% playthrough for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and I just started Thief Simulator, and that shit is pretty fun. So, if you want to see any of that stuff, please consider subscribing here on YouTube or following me over at Twitch with the link in the description.
If you like the video and you want to see me continue Ace Attorney, please leave a thumbs up, comment on what you think of the Ace Attorney series if you've played it already, without spoiling anything, obviously. Share it with your friends, families, social medias, strangers, I don't care. Thank you for watching. Bye.